everybody, and welcome to Indie Film Cafe. I'm Jonathan Moody, your host with...
Paulie Presenza, known as the Moo Cow. Moo.
And welcome to What the Fuck?
What the fuck Fridays?
The Fuck Fridays.
Good God.
Oh my goodness. So we brought this back for at least this month, and then we'll see if we'll bring it back like next month or another time.
We've been so busy. So busy.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, but... that doesn't mean anything because we're here to talk about one of the best What the Fuck Friday things. We did one before and somehow it got deleted.
Right. We don't know what happened. Technical problems. I think it was the monkey messing around as usual.
Yeah. So we watched a little movie called CarousHell.
Yay.
CarousHell. You can't just say carousel. You can say CarousHell.
That's right.
Which they make a reference to in the movie. So I guess that's where they probably came up with the name or so.
Just a fun little movie about a horse/unicorn who's on a carousel who decides he's had enough. And he disattaches himself and causes mayhem, and it's just a blast. A lot of fun. There you go.
This is it. It's from director Steve Rudzinski, who... I had first discovered Steve back in the day. I don't know how long ago it was. It was a while ago. He had made a movie called Basic Slaughter that I really liked. It was a slasher movie, but kind of a comedy as well, but not nearly as funny as this. This has honestly been my favorite of his movies.
Nice.
I've got a couple of his flicks, and this one by far is like my favorite.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean... and it definitely has a lot of slasher stuff in there. There's definitely some violence. There's some really good special effects. There's some really good gore effects. And, you know, overall, I mean, the production level for a smaller film like this was great. It was a lot of fun. And the acting was fabulous. Everybody was spot on. It was great. A lot of fun.
Exactly. So I guess you kind of gave a gist of it, but, like, the idea is this... this bratty kid named Lunchbox.
Lunchbox!
That's his nickname. I think his real name was
Larry.
Larry. He was, but he likes to collect lunchboxes.
So there you go. With thermoses.
Well, because he likes to sell them back or whatever, resell them. And so he ends up basically going with his sister, who's stuck because their stripper mom has to, like, go to work.
Hashtag irritating.
Yeah.
Hashtag brother.
Hashtag lots of hashtags.
She's funny.
Her character, the girl who played, what was her character name?
Oh gosh, there was
Lori.
There were so many hashtags I forgot.
Well, Lori was basically, I mean, if you think about it, she was babysitting her brother. She had that scene where she attacked him with the clothes hanger.
Right.
So very much
Halloween.
Yeah. You know, very much like Halloween, which I thought was a great homage to it.
Right. There's a few movies that are kind of homage paid to them, which is kind of nice.
We'll talk about that completely because there's some stuff you wanted to say about that. But basically, they go to the amusement park. Where the kid's riding a carousel. I guess it's the only ride that we ever see him do. So I don't know.
It's the only important one.
Yeah. So he's riding the carousel horse. I guess he thinks he's too old to be riding it or something, and he just is obnoxious to the horse.
Disrespecting the carousel horse.
Like puts his boogers on it, and it was just ugh. And carousel horse named Duke is pretty. Oh, unicorn. Sorry.
He's had it up to here with these damn kids, and that's it. This lunchbox is the last straw that breaks his back, and he's had it, and that's it. They're all gonna feel his wrath.
And he gets loose, and once that happens, all hell breaks loose.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally, it just.
And it's not just the kid. He's pretty much happy with killing just about everybody.
Like as long as you're like kind of in his way, period. Like. I mean, the first person he kills, I guess this is a spoiler, a little bit of a spoiler, but the first person he kills is Jocko, which is this clown.
This sad clown.
Well, yeah, he's like a pot-smoking clown who's like high, and I don't know if he can tell like that the unicorn is real or it was like, part of his like high or whatever. but he ends up getting killed, and it was like a lot of that. It starts out really funny, and so anyway, he ends up going and just on a killing spree.
As you do.
Right, if you're a killer unicorn.
It's funny. It actually reminds me just a little bit of was it Wrestle Massacre, where there's this person who's just had it and he snaps and he's killing people, and it doesn't really matter whether they deserve it or not. If you're in their way, they're just gonna kill you, and that's that.
Literally in your way, like
Right.
a lot of people walk into, to like maybe save somebody or whatever. This unicorn is gonna go and kill you.
There was one funny one where this one random dude just comes up and says, "Hey, are you a talking unicorn?" And I just kicks his head off. It was just, then goes back to, how do I get in?
Yeah, how do I get in?
Really cute.
She was like, "How do I get in? Are you a talking unicorn? How do I get in?" It was just,
Funny.
it was silly. It's a silly movie. It is definitely a what the fuck Friday movie.
Oh yeah.
So at the party, they meet Haley J. Madison, who I absolutely love, and
Fabulous.
I've loved her. Like, I've known her for a while on Facebook and stuff, and she's a Ohio scream queen, and she was wonderful in this movie.
She's the unicorn aficionado.
Yeah, and like she loves unicorns.
And we're not going to talk about that, but there's some great scenes involving that. That's just fabulous. She's, I don't know, Academy Award winning performance in my opinion. Just fabulous.
Just wonderful. There's also a pizza guy who comes in.
Pizza Joe.
Played by Steve Rudzinski himself. And all he wants is his money.
$42.39.
Yeah, that's
plus
all.
tip.
Plus tip. And after a while, he's just like, tip's optional. I just want to get out of here. Like, I don't even care. I just don't want to lose my job.
It's so funny. Yeah, and then, of course, Laurie's hitting all over him, and he's just completely ignoring that and going right for his money so that he can get back to delivering pizzas.
Yeah. So, like, he doesn't understand she's,
Silly.
like, flirting with him. And he's just like, I don't understand why you like that. It's
You're
pretty
the
funny.
dumbest pizza person in the world.
Yes. Honestly, it's probably like, we don't want to say too much more about it itself, because we don't want to ruin it for you guys that would want to watch this movie.
Right, but even talking about it's one thing. You have to see it. You have to get your hands on it. It's adorable. You're going to love it. It's a lot of fun. And just talking about it just doesn't give it any justice. And I'm telling you what, you're not going to see too many other movies like this out there. At least I certainly haven't, and I've seen a lot of films. So,
you can get the movie at silverspotlightfilms.com.
okay.
We'll also put a link down the bottom of the page so you can just click on the link and everything. But there's also CarousHell.com.
And the director played Pizza Joe, didn't he?
Yeah, I said that. Played by Steve Rudzinski, the director. Okay. So he played Pizza Joe, and everybody in the thing. I'm gonna probably screw this up, but the girl's name was like Say Marie, the girl who played Lori.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Say.
She's really good.
S-E with a
hashtag good job.
Yeah, hashtag great job. She was wonderful. She was always chirping, which is or cheeping or something like that. Whatever. It was chirper that she was using. It was supposed to be like Twitter. I almost said tweeter because of cheaper, chirper, whatever it was. It was very much.
And there's a cowboy mascot from the amusement park that tries to be the hero. And everybody loves a mascot with a big, ridiculous head. Mm-hmm. Gotta like that.
Yeah, it just got really silly
Cowboy
at times.
cool.
Cowboy cool. I almost think he needs his own movie.
Yeah, that would have been fun. That would have been interesting.
A solo movie.
Hear that?
You hear that, Steve? Give him
nice.
and what I really liked about it was that there was, there was a lot of references to his other works, his other original stuff. There's what was the wine?
Oh, the Captain Z.
Captain Z, yeah, which is Captain Z and the Leviathans is a short film that that he made, or maybe a series or something.
That's the bottle that the unhappy Canadians get rid of.
Yeah, we're not from France.
We're from Quebec. You racists.
That's funny.
But that's one of the things that I like. There, in addition to Halloween, there was a lot of Better Off Dead kind of in there too. The whole thing with the French people and we've got French fries and French stuff for you, and the whole thing with the kids like, give me my $2, and the Pizza Joe's like, give me my $42.39.
Yeah.
So there's a nice homage to Better Off Dead as well. So it's pretty darn cute. And don't forget Preston.
Preston. Oh, we loved Preston.
Preston was fun.
He was that guy. The guy who played Preston. I don't know his name. So I'm really bad with that. But he was wonderful. He just did a great job. I feel bad.
His voice goes up so many octaves. It's just hysterical.
I know. He's just really good at, like, you find some information about him that he doesn't want out there, and he gets a little scared. Like I said, we really don't want to spoil this too much.
Right.
I mean, I think we've already said a lot that,
Well, one thing I like about it, and that you don't see in a lot of indie films, is a lot of these supporting characters don't get written very much. There's not much to them in most films. They're just not paid attention to, or they're just given the very bare minimum. Or the bare minimum treatment. Whereas in this film, they're all very memorable. They have their own individual quirks, and they all stand out because of that. And that just makes the film a lot more interesting to view, in my opinion.
Yeah, and even if they bicker, it's funny bickering,
right?
Or something. It's funny stuff happening with it, which makes it more interesting and entertaining. That it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Right.
And that I think that's what separates it from a lot of these indie horror films and horror comedies and stuff, is that a lot of times they take themselves way too seriously, and it becomes, unfun. But this movie just doesn't, lets it all out. I mean, I'm guessing it had to not take itself too seriously with a title called CarousHell, and about a talking carousel unicorn.
A homicidal talking unicorn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right? Like a psycho one, yeah. He just enjoyed killing people. Why not?
As you do.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's fun. And the thing is that, it's going to suffer a little bit from some of the other lower production values that other low budget or micro budget films have too. But even when you run into sort of small things like that, you don't really mind. You just kind of go with it. It doesn't really matter. The spirit of fun that's in the film really kind of takes over, and you just don't mind,
Exactly. The only thing that we noticed, or at least Paul really noticed, was there was a little continuity error. So your monkey had to come out.
Monkey's ready to come out at all times.
Yeah, definitely. Tell him about the little continuity issues.
Yeah, there were just a few. There were a couple of things where it was day at one point and then evening at another.
And those we always look past, because it's obviously they know what they're doing kind of when they.
Right, but it's funny because I kept trying to think about, okay, they said they were doing this, but they didn't mention it, and then they mentioned it, and then you were looking at me like, see, they mentioned it, or something else. There were a couple I thought might be there, but the other characters either said things or they did things to cover it up. Like when Cowboy Cool gets in, I'm like, I thought they closed the door, and the kids, they said, I thought you closed the door, and then Lunchbox was like, you said to just shut up.
Yeah, I thought you were saying to shut up. Yeah,
right. So there were potential for a lot more, but the screenplay was able to cover up just about everything.
Or at least they were able to do it on the spot there, of make a reference to maybe somebody goes, hey, wait, I thought we did the wait. But I think it might have been the script, because I think obviously when she said shut the front door, a lot of times that means shut up.
Right.
So kid might be thinking that. I don't know. The other one that we noticed was, or that you noticed, was the when they were holding the unicorn up, they took the unicorn inside.
Yeah, they have a little montage of fun when they the unicorn manages to finally sneak his way in, and they pose with it, they're hanging around with it, they're playing with it, and they have a little montage showing it, and they're lifting him up. One of the guys is lifting him up and having a good time with him. And then after the montage, they're trying to figure out what to do with it, and all of a sudden he's too heavy to be moved by one guy, so they had to get two guys to move him up there. It's a little minor.
It's a little minor issue, but it's still something that kind of took us away for a second of going. you know. But when you make a movie like this, you know, those aren't like the stuff.
It's
you know?
funny how it is. If you're watching a movie and you can't stand it and it's driving you crazy, something like that is just going to drive you even crazier, just make you hate it even more. On the other hand, if you're having a good time and you're enjoying it and you have a little thing like that, it's kind of like, meh, no big deal.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all.
You know, if the movie was like riddled with stuff like that throughout the whole time, and they weren't able to fix it with the script or with the filmmaking, then you know that's what happens. But anyway, that's I guess that's it.
Very well done, guys. Very well done.
Thank you. What would you rate this out of 5?
I would say a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay, and 5 being good,
Right.
In this scale, because when we do our podcast, the
Stinkometer.
yeah, we have a stinkometer, and we go 10, and we go
really
at a
stinky.
scale of 5, and 5 being actually good for us here when we do What the Fuck Fridays. So I would say 4.5 as well. I mean, it was very close to 5.
Very close.
You know, with those little minor issues and maybe a couple characters that like that serial killer guy or whatever.
Yeah. He was kind of a throw-in.
He was kind of a throw-in character. I mean, he wasn't our favorite or anything.
Yeah, I get it. It's a fun little joke,
Yeah.
but it wasn't something that necessarily needed
Yeah.
to be there.
And then there's that other character that kind of like that Preston didn't invite to the party.
Oh yeah, that
I
guy.
didn't really. I was kind of like once again.
They drew a dick on his face. That was funny.
Yeah.
Actually, the unicorn did, so that made it even funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and it's a little wooden unicorn that just kills people. I mean, come on, guys. I don't know what else people can expect out of that. I think just knowing that and seeing it for what it is, I think it delivers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, just like the pizza delivered.
Yeah.
But the pizza, actually, well, I mean, he never got his money, though, I don't think, by the end of it.
No, but it's kind of a shame because poor Pizza Joe has a gruesome pizza death at the end, which is
Oh,
very
man.
funny. And I believe the unicorn says something along the lines, "I chose poorly," when it came for a weapon. But it did the job, so it was funny. I won't tell you what it is, but it's pretty cute.
Yeah, but you just said that he got killed. That's,
Dude, the unicorn kills just about all kinds of people. It's amazing. He's
Yeah.
good at his job. Let's put
He's
it
good
that
at
way.
his job. There's a lot of death in this movie.
Oh, yeah,
And the
yeah.
special effects were pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
there,
So
too.
if you're looking for a dark, violent film, it's kind of there too.
It's got
you
that.
know?
It's got that as well.
Definitely has that. Again, it reminds me a little bit of Bristol Massacre in that respect.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
So-
thank you guys so much for checking this out today. If there is a movie that you'd ever want to see us do for What the Fuck Friday, if there's a really weird movie, wacky, funny, silly, goofy, or just like strange, like we're gonna be doing stuff like that. Please let us know. We'll check it out.
Yeah, and
we'll let you know.
we love movies like that. We love movies that take chances. Someone who's making a movie about a homicidal, wooden unicorn that comes to life and starts killing people, that's taking
We're
a
down
chance.
with that. We're
Right,
down
we
with
are
that.
taking that chance, and we're gonna give it a go. So,
Yep, for
there you
sure. All right, well, I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And I guess that's it.
Yep.
Until next month, maybe, for What the Fuck
Yeah,
Friday.
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll
But
see how it goes.
in the meantime, get your hooves a copy of CarousHell. You won't regret it.
Spotlight features, man.
There you go.
Or Spotlight Pictures.
Spotlight Pictures.
Spotlight Pictures. Silver Spotlight Films.
There you go.
SilverSpotlightFilms.com. Sorry, just making sure we got the right name down for it. All right,
Got to spread the word.
spread it. All right, see you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.